What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy JD Kiss, you know what I mean? Right now with Christian. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, all my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah! BTB. What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy JD Kiss, you know what I mean? Right now with Christian. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, all my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah!
BTB niggas.
Christian, man.
You're born, let's get him, man.
Yeah. Right now, off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket and be cool as a fan. BTB, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all say. Kyrie and Kanye.
My bro.
Talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. It's not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate, but it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better beware, cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. But we the best, I swear. We the best, I stay up in the mix. A project politics, my mood kinda sick. Name well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people kick dirt on your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick raps door off, pushed and shoved my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. The jealousy be hitting up in jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned in the whole pure form like a pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope, so run and get ghosts. We fight good boxing like Floyd on the great black hope.
Y'all coming in, make sure y'all hit that like button. It's gonna be a lit one today. Hit that like button coming in through the door.
Your worst nightmare, we the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better beware, cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best, if you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair.
BTB, you know it.
Just ain't fair, man.
Boogeyman salute. Yo.
Salute to everybody, man. Happy holidays to everybody.
Salute.
Yo, somebody echoing. Who echoing?
That's probably me. Hold up.
All right.
Yeah, salute to everybody. Happy holidays. Y'all make sure y'all get. Yeah.
You echoing, bro. Go out and come back in, man. Go out and come back in.
All right.
No, I'm talking about you, Cross. I'm talking about Mac Mizzle. Mac Mizzle, you echoing. Yo.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good.
You good? Yeah, you good. You good. Let me tell Cross to come back in. Hold on 1 second. Oh, he already here.
Peace to the fam. What's good?
Yo, what's poppin'? Yo, first of all, let me start off by saying peace to the 5% nation, the guys and nerves. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, Rahman to Allah, all the true Muslim, all the true living Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Yo, hey, hold up. And to my Puerto Rican brothers out there, salute, man, salute. Como esta, my niggas? Como esta, my Negroes? Como esta?
Salute to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a blessed holiday with their loved ones. But yeah, we're gonna get down.
Hold up. I ain't even finished yet. And to my Jamaican brothers out there, guang, my niggas.
Guang.
And hold up. And let me say this. We ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTBTV has started its own game. Like, nigga, what? Let's get it. Yo, go ahead, yo. Cross, aka the plug in the building. We got Mac Mizzle Show. Cross.
Yeah,
What's
I just
up?
want to say salute to everybody. Hope everybody had a blessed. But we're gonna get back down to business because again, this topic ain't gonna leave. It ain't going nowhere. And I saw your title, and your title was fitting for that. If it's freedom to say something, then and you're saying it's endearment, then it should be free to say it back. And we can say it's endearment. When is it not endearment when it's offensive? And who can tell us what's offensive and what's not offensive? You see what I'm saying?
Fact.
So
Indeed.
yeah, so I'm gonna let you go ahead, the host of the show, to lay it out how you usually do, so we can get it started.
Yo, everybody in the chats, I salute y'all, man. Thank you for coming up. Yo, it's King of New Jersey's BTV. We bully the bullies, but we gonna keep it real. Yeah, I'm a 49ers fan all my life, but we gonna keep it real, man. Oh, the wife, Mrs. BTV got this for me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to shout her out. You know what I'm saying? Much love.
Salute to the queen. Also, man, if y'all could do us a favor,
Yeah, that's a
this could be a touchy subject. This could be a touchy subject. So moderators, please moderators. We don't mind nobody's opinion in here, but please keep it respectful. And we're just asking the question. We're not saying what's right or wrong. We're just asking the question. So again, moderators, please get on it because it can get out of hand.
Exactly.
What my bro said.
That's the disclaimer we putting out there.
So
because it can't get out of hand today, you know what I'm saying? So my bro said we're gonna do it like this, man. Everybody that respect me, show that respect and be respectful to the panel in the chat, and we gonna all be good, you know what I'm saying? We just dealing with facts right now, man. We want to know why is it cruise control, peace, bro. Appreciate you, man.
salute.
Elevation out loud, peace, God. Hold up, let me see. You have to stop letting them get away with passes. No black should be allowed to say the N-word.
True.
Man, yo, check this out. I'm gonna say something about this, yo. Why should we be allowed to say the N-word? And that's something that really started with us. You know, that was my grandfather called me a little nigga all the time, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with that, you know what I mean?
Right. And at the same time again, that's within the culture. Again, we don't know what's in other cultures. People might say something in other cultures. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is this topic right here is called, if you could call me a ninja, why can't I call you a spick and span or a beaner? Yo, that's be real.
Endearment, right? That's
the term of endearment. Yo, my spick. What's up? I love you. My beaner. Hey, Possum, mighty gone. What's up, boy? I love you. You know what I'm saying?
right. And like I respect what NYC, salute to you. He was like, man, I grew up saying it, but when I had kids, I stopped.
Yeah, but you know, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep it real. With Latinos, with dark complected, with original, because I'm God body, so we deal with originality. When the original people say to me, the black Latinos, the black with Jamaicans say, I don't got a problem with that. I got a problem with pale faces say it. Right. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. If you're albino black and I know it, you say I'm gonna smack you anyway because you're albino. You're a pale face. You know, yo. I want faces saying that to me. If you my complexion Latin, or you can tell you got hue in your skin, your original content from the original continent Africa, then I don't got no problem with that. Which is called Asia back in the day, because that's what we call Asian.
Yeah, that's what they separated from the caste system, you know.
Yeah, I don't got no problem with that. But you white boys, it's running right here talking about you Puerto Rican, you this, you that. You're a white boy. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You're not Colombian. You're messed up some way. Right. Your gene pool, your genealogy is effed up. You think you can call me that? And I'm supposed to sit there and feel all right with that? No, I don't feel all right with that. And all you brothers out there that's co-signing that, most of y'all How we call? Remember, we used to call white people back in the day the N lovers, right?
Yeah, or wiggers.
Or wiggers. No, I'm talking about the N words. They used to love white people. Everything white people said was okay.
Yeah.
We call them. No, I'm talking about black people. Black people. White people used to call black people shit. You know what I'm saying? And then nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying, oh, come on, man. Bruh, this topic is so deep, right? We gotta talk about it, bruh. And I want to bring up
my thing is this is okay, even if he felt like it, and most people say, well, then I get, here's the thing, if somebody say, I get what he's saying, or even Fat Joe, but Fat Joe is doubling down. Fat Joe ain't saying nothing. He feel like he didn't say nothing wrong. That's the problem. I don't understand why he don't know that, oh, maybe I went overboard with what I said, and other people might accept it when I'm around them. But how, like, for him to think that the world would look at it as that is crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. But you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm right here. Yo, Cross, hold it down for 1 quick. Just keep talking, bro.
No, you good. So, Mac, what do you think about that? Like, you living over there in Canada, do you get a lot of that, or do y'all give a lot of passes? Because there'd be a lot of the white guys that want to be
Nah,
black.
we don't give no passes to no Spanish people saying nigga and all that. Like that don't happen around here. So it's strange to me too. I think that's the New York thing. But you know.
Right.
No, it's not just New York, bro. No, I'm from Jersey, bro, born and bred. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just New York. It's all the East Coast, basically. Okay. It's the whole East Coast. Because we, like I said, we grew up with these guys. You know what I'm saying? They came into the.
Well, I understand if they understand the knowledge behind why black.
I'm talking about, and most of the Puerto Ricans that's from New York, New Jersey, they either Muslim or they got knowledge of self. A lot of them don't eat swine no more. They came on with they came, you know what I'm saying? They don't eat swine, they don't do none of that, bro. They either Muslim
yo,
or
what it do? Top of the morning, y'all.
Salute, Big E. Salute.
Look, got my boy Big E in here. We got the West Coast General Big E in this motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. So Big E, we were just chopping it up. We was just chopping it up about the title, and like we said again, like he was saying, why can't if they can claim that's a way of endearment of using that, then why can't we just use that as endearment too? Because again, it's not what you say. It's not what you say in your own home is cool. But when did they? My thing is when, because a lot of them, everybody say even in Puerto Rico, when did that come out? When was that established? That just because you grew up saying that, when did that become establishment? Because I don't see how that being part of a culture if somebody wasn't calling you that in a negative way, meaning as in we learned to take it in as an endearment. But now you saying it, are you saying it endearment, or is it because the way it comes out and it's said, it don't sound right?
Yeah, well, this is my thing with all these other groups, right? And I said this.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, yo, we got my boy Big E from Cali, a Compton Crip, ex-Crip, whatever, but Compton stand-up. But yo, the title is, if you could call me a ninja, a nigga, why can't I call you a spic or a beaner? That's the topic. So
right. Well, that's what I'm saying, Born. Yeah. What I'm saying is, why is it even a discussion of, well, black people call each other nigga? What's the problem if I say it? Okay, bro, it ain't for you to regulate how we talk to each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, see, the argument that they try to use, well, y'all call each other that all the time. Okay, but it ain't for you to worry about how we address each other, because again, if I call you a beaner, a spic, a hat dancer, a donkey rider, a chili shitter, now y'all gonna be mad. Well, you know, like Mexicans out here, they call each other wait. That's almost like them calling each other nigga. So if you go up to a Mexican and say, hey, que paso, wait, he gonna be mad at the fact that you said wait. It's like, well, if y'all call each other wait, why I can't call you wait? You see what I'm saying? It's like, why do that even have to be an argument? If me and Born talking, and we calling each other, oh, nigga this, oh, nigga that, because we addressing each other like that. If you not black, why do you feel like you have to address us like that? Why can't you call me by my name? If you not one of us, like, why is that even an argument? Well, why I can't call you a nigga? Really? Is that even an argument? Do we tell Puerto Ricans why I can't call you a spic? Do we tell white boys why I can't call you wood? We don't do that. Why is that even an argument to us? That shouldn't even be a topic of discussion. Hey, man, is it okay if I call you nigga?
Exactly.
No, nigga, you already know it ain't. Why is it even a discussion? Well, y'all call that be just like born, like if somebody hear you call your wife pudding, you be like, hey, pudding, whatever, whatever. And then that same dude, he be like, all right, born, all right, pudding. You gonna be like, hey, nigga, what you doing calling my wife pudding? Oh, well, I'm just saying, I hear you calling her pudding. Why I can't call her pudding? Yeah, nigga, see, now nigga finna smash your Adam's apple, nigga.
Yeah.
You don't get to call my wife pudding. That's not up for discussion. You know what I'm saying? You not defending it. Yeah, but I'm saying, born, I hear you call your wife pudding all the time and it ain't no problem. Why I can't call her pudding? See what I'm saying? That's the discussion. Like, bro, why do you feel like you need to call me a racial epithet? Y'all already know what that means.
Yeah.
And then what gets me sometimes, even like if you hear it even through them and they say that, they say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I grew up saying that. And then you turn around and say, oh, I got to learn how to work on not saying that. Bro, you don't need to, they don't got to work on it. I'm trying to figure out when somebody says something, don't say it. You got to work. You got to work on not to talk, not to use it. Don't use it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but okay, but Robert Antonio, I get what you saying. Puerto Ricans from New York are different, but now you got black people saying that we not cool with that.
Hold on. Part itself. Robert Antonio. I know Spanish words. I know what nigga means in Spanish. I heard people from the Puerto Rican island at my job use the word thinking you don't understand what they're saying, bruh. You know what I'm saying? They say it, but they say it amongst each other because they think you don't understand it. That's the difference, man.
But and again, that goes back to the discussion. When you say, I'm from New York, we're different. Well, black people are the same all over the world. So I'm trying to figure out what is the exemption, because it's New York.
Right, because if you go outside of New York and call somebody a nigga, what you gonna say? Oh, well, we call black people niggas in New York all the time?
That even sound even crazy to say that. Well, we call
it's not just New York. Like I tell people, it's all the Upper East Coast. It's Connecticut. It's New York. It's New Jersey. It's Philly.
But Born, let me ask you this though, Born.
Yeah.
Because I heard this, okay? Because you got a lot of Ricans that make it seem like, you know, blacks and Mexicans was just getting along like that. But didn't the Bloods form in New York because of Puerto Rican violence?
Let me tell you something about that, bro. That's a myth to me, bro, because the guys were so deep in New York that the Latin Kings was controlling the prison at one time. So the Latin Kings was strong enough to control the guards. That's all I'm saying. These niggas from New York use that shit as an excuse.
Okay, because I've heard Corey King
bro, that's bullshit. I'm telling you that's bullshit.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what I'm asking. I don't know. I'm saying I've only heard Corey King and like Killer Kev and them dudes. I heard them speak on that. You know, that's the only reason I'm asking.
Let me tell you some funny shit. Half of them niggas that went into the Bloods and Crips in New York, they was God body. They was following a wave that somebody that was a rat brought to New York. That's what I'm saying. In Jersey, most of the sets in New Jersey, and I'm not supporting no gang sets, but most of the gang sets in New Jersey, they originate out of Cali. New York originated out of New York, and they got brung over a rat. So how can you respect how can you expect any gangbanger from New York if they was already they got brung home by a rat? That's all I want to say about the situation. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, Born, but you know, New York politics is New York politics. So I'm just asking. I don't the street dynamics out there, so I just hear stuff. I'm asking, but if we just talking about hitters, I'm quite sure it's hitters everywhere. So, I mean, I'm just saying that I heard that the Bloods was formed because, you know, the blacks was having problems in jail with the Puerto Ricans and all that. That's just what was said. So that's why I was asking.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. That was an excuse, man. That was an excuse, man. A lot of them guys, they can. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of guys, they came to be a 5%er, right? But when they realized they couldn't eat swine and things of that nature, and they couldn't mess with white girls back in the day like that and all that, and they can be on no homosexual type stuff, being a 5%er, they're like, oh no, they too strict over here. Let's go. We're about to form our own gang. We're about to form the Bloods on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them became Bloods, because them niggas was too weak to follow the rules and regulations of the 5% nation of God's nerves.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, bro, at least as far as back to the regular discussion,
yeah,
I don't even know why it even got to be a discussion on whether these other groups get to call us nigga or not. I mean, come on, bro. Like, how was that even? Well, if y'all call each other, bro, why it's almost like I'm saying, Born, like, why are y'all so worried about how we deal with each other? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's always, well, if y'all do this, why can't we, man? Why can't you just mind your own goddamn business? Like, all these people, what they don't get, every day they wake up and say something about black people. Get our meat and get our women's clit out y'all mouths. Like, y'all can't talk about nothing else but black people all day, every goddamn day, and y'all didn't have no smoke for that white boy who said Puerto Rico is a floating island of trash. Do y'all remember that?
Uh-huh.
He literally said Puerto Rico is a floating island of trash, and they didn't say nothing. But they mad at us for saying you didn't help create hip hop. But it's a white boy said y'all was trash.
Yo, hold on. We got Little Henderson in here. He must have been one of the punk ass niggas that turned blood in prison in New York back in the day. For him to say the shit he said, right? Blood started through the Kings. They started through the Kings. Because I remember one time the 5% Nation and the Latin Kings, we had a mutual understanding, mutual respect. You think what I'm saying? That's what it is. I told you, these cats couldn't abide by the rules of Islam, so they decided to form a gang. Period, point blank. I don't care what nobody from New York said. I don't care what nobody from New Jersey said. That's an actual fact. I was in prison in Jersey. I did 2 state bids in New Jersey. New York, the same thing. New York, come on, man. Guys was way deeper in New York than they was in Jersey. So all you guys saying, oh, that's not true, that's not this, that's not that. Man, that's an actual fact. Y'all niggas was just punks. Y'all niggas was punks, and y'all couldn't follow rules and regulations to make y'all righteous. So y'all get mad at me all y'all want. That's just how I feel about it. Y'all go ahead. Let's finish on the topic part itself. Let me get this dude out of here, man. Yo, y'all there?
Yeah, we still here. Yeah, like Big E, like you said, Big E made a big point. Is why is this the discussion right now, and why, as far as in the world, and why is it when we saying as a majority, not from the East Coast, not from New York, but from the Southwest, Midwest, the motherfucker all over the United States, we're saying why? Like, how do you figure that that's okay of a pass just because you live somewhere when it doesn't fit for the majority?
Right. And then, even when it comes to the hip hop thing, like take Fat Joe. Oh, I was from the Bronx. Okay, you wasn't even born yet when all of that started. So what the hell make you think you could speak on it? Like, it's crazy how everybody always want to tell us what we should speak on and how we should feel. Like I said, like with this nigga word. Oh, well, if y'all call each other this, but what do that have to do with you though? It has nothing to do with none of y'all. All of you groups, all of y'all got y'all nose in our business.
Facts Slater show. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It like I mean, for real, Born, when you really look at it, when they do their podcast, every time they got something to say, it's about black people. You know, like I said on my other man's platform, you could ask anybody. If Fat Joe hadn't said what he said, this topic don't even come up. But I'm kind of glad that it did, because what it did, it really showed and showcases Latino anti-black racism. Because all we said was, y'all didn't help create this. And now look at all the racial slurs that's been coming out. Look at how they've been talking. Look at how they've been referring to us. And all we said was, y'all didn't help create hip hop. But again, look at the racism that it been bought out from everybody. All you got to do is go sit in their chat room and look at how they refer to you. That's what they think about you. Every day. Oh, well, black people this. Oh, well, black people that. Oh, well, niggas. Okay, y'all live just like, look, Born, you notice that they always talk about black men, but then they talk about the same stuff. The island, going to the pen, you talk about the same stuff we was talking about in the 90s and early 2000s. Y'all not doing nothing different. Y'all in the streets. Y'all got street gangs. Y'all doing the same thing. So why do y'all feel like y'all could talk about us when y'all are literally doing the same thing?
Hold on. Supreme Victory Studios. You sound like you're supposed to have knowledge of self. To me, you sound like a true shuffler Uncle Tom right now. So
yeah, retard.
You sound like a retard, bro. I ain't beat, man. So keep what you guys said is they ain't co-creating
nothing. We didn't even listen to the music, Born. We don't listen to none of their music today. How you gonna co-create? You don't hear us calling each other vato, this, that, and the third, but you hear these Latino groups calling each other niggas. You don't see us trying to dress in their customary garb and this, that, and the third. You'll see somebody put on a dashiki before they put on something Latino. You'll see them put on the red, black, and green before you see anybody black doing something Latino. So what did Latinos co-create when they couldn't even speak the language, bruh? Y'all need to stop talking so stupid because y'all probably getting a little bit of that Latino box. But nigga, if you ain't got no age on you, nigga, don't tell me what was happening back then and who was there and who wasn't there. That's a whole fact. Even right now to this day, nobody listens to Latino music. Nobody was influenced by Latino music. Latinos was listening to black oldies, especially in LA. When they used to be in their lowriders, and them old cars, they used to be bumping the Delphonics. The man.
Hey, yeah, hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second. We got over 600 people in the building, man. I need y'all to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Y'all can donate if y'all want, because we give you y'all facts today. We bring up topics that other people are scared to bring up.
Facts.
Nobody started this topic, bro. This was bothering me. So I'm like, yo, let me bring this topic up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show love to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit, like I said, hit that like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe, man, and like. Even if y'all don't donate nothing, that subscribe and like help my channel up in the algorithm.
Yeah, Born. I think that mirror kicking their ass.
Yeah, respect to the moderators too. Appreciate y'all doing y'all thing.
Good job, facts. Y'all, thank you, moderators, man, for holding it down over there, because you know it's a lot of people in the chat. I can't see all this because I'm into the show. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. So let's go, man. Yo, I want y'all to hear something, man. Before we start, I want y'all to hear something. I brought up something that Cuba Link said. He did his own live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, Cuban Links was in my boy Red Supreme chat yesterday, man. Cuban Links he seemed like he a real one.
That's my boy. You see Cuban Links out of my panel multiple times. That's the bro.
Yeah, shout out to Cuban Links, keeping it real.
Boy, Cuban Link. Here to address the issues with the Fat Joe situation. Him disrespecting the FBA. Very disrespectful dude. I already told y'all that. But and the question about you know, who invented hip hop, the creators. You know, it's funny that Joe finds himself in this situation because maybe now he could reflect on his own business dealings, on how he treated like the Terror Squad, the actual artists inside the Terror Squad, like Big Pun, my brother. You know what I'm saying? When Big Pun was actually the main factor of why Terror Squad became known like that, respected like that, lyrically, and the music side. And that's where it starts, guys. And the music, the talent. And I know y'all all respect Big Pun because he earned it. Because he was one of the lyrical geniuses we ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing anything in this game of hip hop. So he was definitely a hip hop treasure to all. And I bring it back to the business side with Joe, because you see how they don't want to give him credit, right? You know, so about Latinos having a part of the creation of hip hop, like the creation part, right? Foundational Black Americans are saying that, you know, hip hop was invented by Black people, which is cool with me, right? I think that too. Other fields of hip hop though, as far as like the breakdancing, the graffiti, the fashion, things like that, you know, I feel that, you know what I'm saying, we could get a little bit generous with it and give some props where props is due, to be fair, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I know that's, you know, Spanish, Latin people played a part in it, but it's just what part. And when you say that part, you know, it's usually being said nowadays with a lot of disrespect, you know, like with this helpers and people that, you know what I'm saying, just help build the culture. I think builders will be a proper word to use, you know. I think Latin people definitely was the main builders building hip hop, you know. But as far as Joe, you put the same you put the same idea.
They on the Cashapp, brother.
You know, the company Terror Squad. You know, Pun got on the mic and he repped, of course, because he was lyrical, and y'all seen the talent he had. He went triple platinum and everything, sold a bunch of millions of records for a company, Loud Records, and also made Joe look like a powerful guy. It made Joe look like a genius, which he's really a special ed student, you know. But Pun, my brother, made that nigga look like a special ed student. And my bad too by using nigga too, because I'm trying to slow that down too. But you know, we come from New York and the Bronx. It's not a game. Like, we grew up like this, and when I say it, it's out of love and out of always in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Never to disrespect ever. And I always have said that. And you'll see me. You know. But Joe, yeah, it was Terror Squad, the crew from the streets, right? But when he patented it and he did the licenses for that name, who do you think everything went to? 100%. Terror Squad belongs to Fat Dirty Joe. That's where it belongs. So he acts like he didn't do us dirty, and we feel we even worse. Because you know, Pun is worse because you see what happened with his family after he passed away. You see why he had the nerve to watch while the world also watched. You know, his family, Pun's family, you know, go back to the poorhouse on some, you know, crazy shit like that. Y'all already seen this. So this disgusting pig got the nerve now to be acting like, oh, he's so pro-Latino. He's so pro-Latino. And no, he's not pro-Latino. He's a thrifty pig, disgusting, greedy bastard. That's all he is. And there's examples for this. I wouldn't say this if it wasn't examples. When he patented and Terror Squad got a deal from Atlantic Records for $10 million, this nigga, this fat snake bastard, tried to give Pun 15,000.
That's in the building, man. And yo, I'm gonna shout out. Yo, we got Heck in the building. We got my brother Stack Stone in the building. You know how we do, bro.
Hey, salute, champ. Salute, salute, salute.
Salute, salute, brothers.
Salute to the team, bro.
Yeah. I was listening earlier with the Lion King thing and all that. Yeah, I was there in 93 and 92 when all that happened.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah, I was in C73. I was in HDM. I was there
Yeah,
when it happened.
I was in C73, one main, 16 up. I was at C95, 16 upper, 13.
Facts.
But see,
Yeah.
reason all right, let me tell you something. The reason I said what I said because at all that time, the 5% nation of guys, the nerfs, kept the peace in all prisons, the prison in New York and the prison in Jersey. I said most of it, and my boy Stackstone, I don't know if he's still a blood, but he used to be a blood. But I don't know if he's still one. You know what I'm saying? But you know how we did in Jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Yo, and in New York, we consider that Jersey considered that a punk move to join the gang for protection when we had the 5% nation and the Nation of Islam holding everybody, protecting everybody down. A lot of guys just couldn't, they just couldn't live the proper way of life. They want to do what they wanted to do. A lot of guys still want to eat that swan and do that homosexual side. I ain't say all because like I said, most of my family is Brim. They Brim, 5%, and Muslim and Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, at the time, a lot of it came because they didn't want to follow rules and regulations.
Facts.
And the Latin Kings, they followed their rules and regulations.
I'm just telling you, I just know the real history of that because I am a retired king. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was there when all that happened. It wasn't because of blood wanted it because the kings was oppressing people. It wasn't like that. The kings was actually looking out for a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people disagree with a lot of stuff. But yeah, they got they got dirty dudes everywhere, you know what I'm saying? In any clique, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dudes was doing foul shit, so kings handle kings, you know what I'm saying? But you right about the whole blood thing. The 5%ers, a lot of 5%ers joined the blood thing in Rikers Island in 92. I remember that clearly.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of kings that joined bloods too at that time.
Well,
you know
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. My perspective was that so the guard bodies, how I grew up, the guard bodies was always like a gang in jail to me. And they was teaching lessons as well, but them niggas was aggressive, bro. They was all right, let me tell you something. When I was young and I grew up, they had a term they used to use called hard rock. A hard rock was like a
universal beatdown.
That's right. That's right.
So a 5%er, the disposition of a 5%er was some of them had the universal crown with the tassel hanging over it, and all of them, I can remember all of them being fit. All of them used to be like muscle bound, workout niggas and shit, and they used to stay with the square. You know what I'm saying? And they was like aggressive, son. Everyone I knew, they was robbing niggas in jail. They was they would have universal ciphers and shit, but it was like a pecking order with the guard bodies, man. It was like these niggas was like gangsters, son. They wasn't righteous. I ain't tell you no lie. They wasn't righteous, bro. They was thugs, son.
Yeah, they was gorillas.
So let me ask y'all something.
At that time, they were real militant. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it real. And that's what I was born and raised in the 5% nation. My father was a minister in the Malcolm X, Temple 7, a minister of Temple number 25 in Newark, New Jersey.
You already know where I grew up at.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, when I joined the 5%, I was born there. I had no choice. My father, this is what you're gonna do. I don't want you in the Nation of Islam.
Me too.
5%. He gave me my lessons when I was 12 years old. He's like, he said you got 120 days, and now it's 120.
120s, yeah.
So now it's 120 in 100 days. You know what I'm saying? So when I came in and I went to the prison system, started seeing these older guys giving these younger guys universal beatdowns. I stepped in and I checked that. I'm like, that's not right. Exact. You're scaring them away from the nation. You're scaring them away from the nation.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. Because it's like, I'm listening to y'all, like how y'all gang politics are, right? Like, see, out here, like, it ain't no leaving this gang to join this gang. Either you a blood or you a Crip. Ain't no, if you drop your flag, you can't go join another gang. They not gonna respect you like that.
I'm just gonna
So I'm saying
explain
when
this
you
in
say,
layman terms. The blood thing and the king thing is something different. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they have a belief they run under the same five. That's why. At that point, I'm just talking about the Kings and the Bloods. I don't know about the Crips and none of that. I ain't even gonna try to
well, I mean,
mix.
I'm saying like in New York, I've heard this several times. Like, say in the projects in New York, I've heard it could be Bloods and Crips in the same building. Out here, it's either gonna be Bloods or Crips. Ain't gonna be Bloods and Crips in the same building. That's
Let
not
me
gonna
explain
happen
to you.
out here.
Hold on. So let me explain to you.
Hold on,
Let me
one
explain
second.
to you how that happens.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. In New Jersey and New York, most Bloods and Crips are they related by blood.
Facts.
So that's why they be around each other like that. A lot of them be cousins, first
Yeah,
cousins,
facts.
It's like that out here too, though, Born. But it's not like you could have a, bro. I know cousins that some is Bloods and some is Crips, but
But
it's
let me tell you
still
how it's different.
like in the
Let me
Nickerson
tell you.
Gardens. Like ain't no Crips going to move in the Nickerson Gardens, and ain't no Bloods going to
Right.
move in the PJs. Like
Right.
that's not
So
happening.
so you just mentioned the reason why it's like that is because of the history of way we came. We started in prison, so we didn't start geographically on the streets. You understand?
And
That
it had the
only
second part.
happened.
And there's
Hold
a
on.
second part to that. It's
So that
because we're not
when we went out to
territorial.
hold
We're
on, bro.
money.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
I'm fine.
So
I'm back.
so if we started in prison, there was no policing how that shit was gonna go when it got to the streets, right? So how that woo shit started was the Crips and Bloods that lived in the same area. Like you got the Pop Smoke that lived in the same geographical area with like Bloods, so they formed their own little unions in the street. So that's how it was. So we didn't start geographically the way LA started because, you know, if you grow up on a block like bounty hunters, if you grow up in a bounty hunter project, you're going to be a fucking bounty hunter. Or if you blow up in Inglewood, more than likely you're going to be in blood. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes.
That's a fact. But I'm saying, like, I've heard people in New York say I used to be this, now I'm this. It's like out here, like let's say if you grew up a Crip and you decide you don't want to be from that hood no more, okay, well you got to just put your flag down. Ain't no going to join over here, because they're not going to accept you like that out here. You are where you from. If you done with it, then just put your flag down. Ain't no going nowhere else.
Hold on, I heard some cases where people started off on the red side and ended up on the blue side and vice versa. I heard that.
But guess what? They got you, but they see what I'm saying is they're not going to be respected. Like I'm gonna give you an example. I don't know if y'all remember about 2-3 years ago, it was this dude named Indian Red Boy. He actually got killed on Instagram Live, right? He used to be a Hollywood Pyru. Then I guess, you know, he got into it with his set. Then he called himself being an Inglewood family after that. But they didn't accept him like that. You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't grow up with them. You wasn't in the trenches with them. You didn't go to school with them. Most dudes out here, like I grew up in Front Hood Crip, but most of us went to elementary, junior high, and high school together. So nobody else, like if you wasn't in our neighborhood like that, couldn't nobody else just come say, oh, I want to be a Front Hood Crip now. No, that don't work like that. You might could get the beat down. You know, you might could, if you bringing money or something, you might, you know, they might let you do that. But as far as you being respected as one of us, that don't fly out here. So them dudes who made that switch, they wasn't respected like that in them other neighborhoods because them dudes don't know you like that. Yeah. So it ain't really no switching up like that. If you a blood, you a blood. If you a Crip, you a Crip. If you don't want to be from that set, for the most part, you got to leave it alone, or you got to go somewhere where people don't know you.
Yeah.
It ain't no switching up out here.
Hold on. Let me let my boy Heck speak real quick. Hold up. Heck, let me get you up here. Let me bring up the screen, Heck. See how we doing. Go ahead. Now say what you say, Heck. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. We can't hear you.
He said you're muted.
Nah, it's you. Everybody that can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, Born. I can't hear him, though.
I
don't hear him.
I can't hear you. Yo,
I
can
hear
you
him.
us?
He can hear us. We can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
You might have,
You
you
got-
might have to come back
in.
out.
All right, there you go. Yo,
Yeah, but you know, it's crazy. But like kind of bringing it back, you know, to what we talking about, bro. I don't get why all these people need to be so worried about what our culture is with each other when we not worried about theirs. You get what I'm saying? It's like that's the part that's absolutely insane to me. Like all of a sudden, you know, people worried about how we talk to each other. What, like, bro, y'all worried about y'all. Like, y'all stop worrying about what we do. I mean, like, is y'all culture so boring that you have to worry about us? You obviously don't like your music because you trying to take ours. Like, what is it? Like, what is it about us that keep us?
Right. Yeah, hold up, y'all. We got you there, yo?
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hold up. Now say what you were saying.
Yeah. I just want to put some context to certain things about this title. You know what I'm saying? The brother the brother B, the one with the B there. I don't know. Right? I'm hearing him out. It sounds like you're trying to drop a little knowledge, but it looks like you got a little malice behind it. But I'm not trying to judge that. The thing about the word nigga, spic. Let's break them down. A lot of Puerto Ricans started using the word nigga because of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people forget that hip hop became a culture, a lifestyle. And a lot of people that lived in those areas, you could either been Chinese, black, orange, purple, whatever. When you live in those areas the population was mostly hip hop culture, you adopted to the culture. So if they was bad at them days, they should have cut it out them days. You feel me? The word with the ER at the end, nobody should be using that. That's a fact. I don't use the word nigga that much because King, you see the other day, I don't really use it at all, really. But sometimes it comes out of me because I'm from Brooklyn, Bedford-Stuyvesant. I grew up with the gods, and like the brother's gonna say, "Oh, just because you grew up with them," I'm not with the separatism. I'm black, and I can prove it to you. I got DNA tests. When you use examples like that, oh, dumb people, you got to be a little bit more clear because, like I was trying to say before, the photography of Mexicans is not they different from Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans different from a lot of Latin cultures. You understand what I'm saying? We're Caribbean. There's a big difference. So when you put us all on the same bus, it's wrong. Like I said, people use the word nigga a lot. It's because at that time it was culture. That's what you grew up around. That's like I'm from Bed-Stuy, I'm from Myrtle and Lewis. The people that know that area, they know that's Roosevelt, Marcy, all that. There's nothing but gods over there. So I grew up with that. My attribute when I was young was a Jonte, knowledge and wisdom to be born. So I grew up in that atmosphere. So just because I'm Puerto Rican, I couldn't be a god, or I'm Puerto Rican, I couldn't do this. You get what I'm saying? It's where you grew up at. That's what you adapt.
Yeah, but you said something that was deep too. You said one of the things you said when it came to Mexicans, right? And you said, and y'all Puerto Rican, you was like, man, I'm from the Caribbean. Man, you can't put us all in the same spot. But then you just included us all in the same spot with the nigga word as far as culture and hip hop.
No, but that's why I said, when you grow up in that culture, you adopt the culture, and the culture adopts you. You understand what I'm saying?
I gotta give you a little pushback on that, champ.
Like back in the days, you had a selected few white boys that I knew from Bedford-Stuyvesant, from Marcus Garvey, right there, that they used the word, but they was from the cradle in that spot that went to school with all the bros.
Peace to the gods.
Went to school with the guards, grew up, he was good. Nobody is how you grow up. If you
I gotta disagree with you a little bit on that, champ.
Okay.
We all listen to music, right?
Okay.
But you can't say because you listen to hip hop.
I didn't say listen.
I
didn't say
That's
listen.
not what he said, bro.
I didn't say listen. I
That's
said
not what he
live
said,
it.
man.
Okay, but hold up. Let me tell you. But you gotta let me tell you what I'm saying though. You said that a lot of these groups, right, adapted the word nigga from hip hop, right? Okay, bro. You cannot because you listen to hip hop and you hear us use nigga, that does not give you a pass to now start calling black people nigga or using that word towards
Well,
black people.
that's not what he's
Because
saying, bro.
I'm not saying
That's
that,
not
bro.
what he's saying. That's
I'm not
not
saying that at
what he's
all.
saying, bro. He ain't say that at all, bro. He ain't say that at all, bro. Yo, I'm from New York, and only a New Yorker can understand the relationship between Puerto Ricans and black.
Facts.
And why some Puerto Ricans.
That's not
So
true.
look, my
That's
best
not
friend
true,
was
bro.
Dominican, right? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. This is how I grew up, right? I grew up in East New York, Brownsville, so I grew up with Spanish people, Dominicans, and all of that.
That's Mother
So
Gas didn't know that.
hold on, he is right in his perspective, and that's my perspective too. A Puerto Rican brother that grew up with me in my projects got passes for using NIGGA. That's
So
a
we
fact.
agree with that part. We agree with that part, but that's not the point. That's not the point. The point.
That's the point he was making. That's the point he was making.
That's the point I'm making. But you say that just because
no.
they listen to lyrics, they can
Go ahead.
emulate a lyric. I'm not talking about a lyric. I'm talking about a cultural way of life. You feeling me?
Yeah. You got to understand what he was saying, bro. That's not what he was saying.
No,
but that cultural way of life moves past New York to the south and then to the east and to the west coast and other parts. So what about if you was down? I'm just saying, if he was
not talking about down south, we talking about New York vibe,
bro. But you got it. But the world don't revolve around New York, champ.
Okay.
It's a whole lot.
Hold on one second. First of all, we didn't just talk about even New York. We talking about Connecticut. We talking about New Jersey. We're talking about certain spots in Boston, Massachusetts. You know what I mean? Philly. The Puerto Ricans in Philly usually come from the islands, so they're usually a little bit more racist.
No, that's not true.
The ones that was born and raised in Philly, they cool as well.
No, I'm gonna tell you, going on, that's not true. Philadelphia has the largest population of Puerto Ricans in the country, right?
What? I don't know about that, bro.
Listen, bro.
Larger than New York, bro?
No. See, you're not listening. I said,
say that again.
Philadelphia has the third largest population.
Oh, all right, the third. All right, cool.
Yes, y'all listening to respond, but not listening.
Now, I just said my bad, bro. I could admit when I'm bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 90 miles down the road, and just like this brother, I'm half and half, Cuban and African American. So I know the culture damn near better than anybody. Now, the thing is this, right? When we were young, now in Philly, you always have blacks and Puerto Ricans living together. We always been like brothers. We don't like up in New York. They might have certain gangs that fought against each other. That don't happen in Philly at all. That don't happen in Philly at all.
Right? That never happened in the streets. That only happened in prison.
No, and even in the prisons, it don't. Because a lot of them come and they embrace a lot of our culture. Either what happens in Philly, either they stay away and they just deal with straight Spanish stuff, or they embrace the culture. The thing is, so some of them that lived in the same buildings on the block with us, they did use the word nigga and stuff like that. Yeah, they did. I agree with that. 100% is the East Coast. We were amalgamated in, but they amalgamated into our culture because they were still playing them drums and congas and all that kind of stuff. And even in my family, some of my family didn't rock with my mom because she married a black man. So you still had those things. The issue I had when I heard you said something. One thing I disagree with. Heck, one thing when you talked about the culture.
But I just want to say one thing. Just don't forget, I didn't get to finish the whole soliloquy. But go ahead.
All right, well, let me just say this part, and then you'll go because I don't want to put no words in your mouth because I was
facts.
That culture, that culture. They start. You said because of the hip hop culture, but the hip hop culture was amalgamation of our parents' culture that was passed down. So, and during that time, a lot of Ricans wasn't rocking with us at the time. They wasn't really around. So, Ricans,
where was that at? Philly?
This was like the 60s and the 70s when you got the disco, the SOS and all that kind of stuff. Passed down. So the same type of culture that was going on in the Bronx was going on in Philly. We only 90 miles apart. It's that same culture, right? So my only thing is there was still a lot of Puerto Ricans that was racist because you know this, heck, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. And I know I'm not wrong. Okay. A lot of the grandparents.
Don't ask me to say if you're wrong or right, and then you tell me you're not. But go ahead.
No. I'm ready to say something because you going. How old are you? First of all, let me ask the question. How old are you?
Okay. How old? I'm 51.
All right, yeah. So we 2 years apart, right? same ballpark. We know growing up, a lot of the grandparents and inside the culture, the marry was to marry white, not stay away from blacks. Don't marry black, right? That's what it was. So a lot of them wasn't rocking with us. So the ones that did rock with us was the ones that we accepted. So I think that's where some of the argument is coming from, because everybody wasn't rocking with us like that.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll let you finish your point.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from, because in Cuba and Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico and a lot of places, it's still separatism with the dark color and the light color. Doesn't matter where in the world, he's always gonna have that. Even in Europe, you got that. You got that everywhere. Okay, it's wrong. I understand, but not everybody thought like that. See, all that stuff was indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? You lied to people a certain amount of time for so many generations, stop believing the bullshit. You feeling me?
Hey, Heck, let me ask you a question, Heck.
What's up, bro?
A lot of us, a lot of black people, we all grew up watching The Godfather, Scarface, all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so since we grew up listening to that and that was part of the culture, would we be able to say we get to call Italians a bunch of guinea wops because we grew up watching their movies and was listening to them? Because you got rappers that's named after a lot of these dudes, you know, your Capones, your Noriegas, your Gottis, right? So a lot of dudes emulate this culture. So would that be right for us to say guinea wop yada yada, or would they be mad and say we racist?
No, I think it's different, bro. I'm gonna tell you what's different about. All right.
So now you're moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts. That's a good question, and I'm gonna give you my best answer I could give you. It all depends with the intent. You know what I'm saying? Intent plays a major factor in how you speak to people. You know what I'm saying? If you just come on, since when we gonna go out? Yo, get this. You feeling me? You know, like.
No, but I'm saying you hear people saying you hear these other groups asking us, why can't we say nigga or why can't we use nigga? I was trying from the beginning to break down the 3 words. But let me finish that then, so I can explain to you. The NIGGA was more culture. We already established that. I think we established that, right? The spic word, right, is like calling a black guy the ER. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when you call us Poppy, to me, it's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. What's up, Poppy? Yeah. A lot of Spanish people get mad, but I don't get mad. Poppy,
it's not derogatory, so it's not in the same light.
No, but nigga, but the GA is not derogatory.
All right, so check it out. Homeboy just asked you, right? He asked you basically why it's not accepted on other cultures, why it's not reversed. The reason it's not reversed, I want you guys to pay attention to the reason why it's not reversed. The reason it's not reversed, why you don't see a multitude of black people going to mimic other cultures, is because black people love their culture. They don't really, you never see us going outside of shit we created and going into, you very rarely see that shit. You're not going to see us going to jack like Puerto Rican culture or even going to jack Dominican. You're not going to see FBA type of foundational black Americans going to adapt other cultures, bro. You're not going to see that in the most part. What you're going to see is foundational black Americans being at the forefront of inventing culture, bro. And that's just the way it is, bro. The forefathers. And it's mostly in all categories, from sports to acting to music. It's everything, bro. So why do you think, like, that slogan when they go, yo, they want our blues, they want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues, right? Or if you take all the talented black people out of America, what would you have? You would have literally no culture. Because the American culture is what? Cheeseburgers, hamburgers, steak, and beer. Yo, the American culture don't have food, bro. They only got a cheeseburger, a steak, and beer. That's the American culture, bro.
And that's a fact. They don't have nothing. They don't even have a language.
Okay, but that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is,
real quick. Let me say this real quick, because this is important. especially everybody over here, everybody on this thing is over 45, so y'all understand why I'm getting. But where I'm gonna come from an East Coast perspective for a minute. So my brothers, my 5%ers, my brothers in New York will understand what I'm saying. This is our fault, and I'm gonna explain to you why. What happened was, growing up, early on, a lot of the white Puerto Ricans and they would have never said the word nigga. They wasn't really, they was into their culture. When hip hop started to come into play, in a lot of our writings and teachings, early on, we looked at Puerto Ricans and other groups as our people. And to this day, a lot of them people still say that. Oh man, when we see Dominicans, oh man, you black, you are people. So when they came into this country, the black communities was a source of refuge for a lot of them, right? So we got to look at it from a historical perspective of history. When Puerto Ricans started coming into communities, we came into the black community. We were there first. A lot of the teachings in the Israelites, the church, the black Muslims, a lot of these Caribbean people were considered our people. So during that time, especially the ones that may have been of color, we allowed them to use certain words, and that became part of the culture. But some of that is our fault. So, and when you look at when you hear the 5% nation, we allowed a lot of them in. The Nation of Islam, we allowed a lot of them in. A lot of those groups were allowed in because we considered them black. That's what it was, and that's where it started from during that time. And if you're from the East Coast corridor, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I just landed there. That's where it started. Because prior to that, a lot of the white-looking ones, they couldn't use that word. They got used when we start boasting our
CJ Rich, show your face.
And a lot of them became the group. So am I wrong, Stack Stone? Am I wrong?
Hey, CJ Rich, a real one, here, a real one. And salute to you, George. I saw you earlier, but salute to you. CJ Rich is a real one, born. He legit.
So I want to say something.
Salute to you, George. I saw you earlier, but salute.
Yo, hey, somebody echoing. Oh, pause. Somebody echoing. You see?
I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And what I appreciate about myself is I'm probably the oldest person. Today is my birthday. I turned 57 today. So,
happy birthday, my brother.
Birthday, brother. Salute.
So basically, I was around since the inception of hip hop, and I was around since the inception of gangs. I seen all the gangs in the beginning, from the Tomahawks to Chingalings. I seen the Chingalings and Red Hook. I seen the fucking.
You got the Savage Skulls from there. Then you got the Chingaling from the Bronx.
Yeah. So I'm a walking almanac, and I know how things change around. So like I told my man Divine knew I did my first bid in Jersey. So I knew how the guard bodies was giving it up, how it was separated in Jersey with the guard bodies and the Muslims and the regular dudes. So I seen the transition from all of that. I come back to Brooklyn. I seen my relationship with my Latino brothers. So I was raised in East New York and Brownsville. So my relationship with Spanish people, like, it was early on. There was a division.
It wasn't Spanish people at that time. It was just Puerto Ricans over there.
Right, it was Puerto Ricans, because in my neighborhood.
Hold on. So let me say one thing. I'm from North Jersey, from Elizabeth. It was Puerto Ricans, it was Cubans, it was blacks, Haitians, and Italian, and the Jewish people.
Yo, peace, big brother.
So check it. In my neighborhood, so you had.
Can I address the pen?
I was raised in the Bama's, right?
Hold on 1 second. Let Stacks don't finish his speech.
So I was raised in the Bamas in the East New York, and in the Bamas, what you had one Puerto Rican block. That was Hinsdale, right? We all knew not to go on Hinsdale because Puerto Rican Willie and them niggas was gonna fuck you up. Like, it was. And early on, there was like racial tension between Puerto Ricans and blacks in the neighborhood until we started like merging, and it became like Puerto Ricans became more adapted to the shit we was doing, like, because they was on their own time, and I ain't gonna front. Spanish people in my hood, what they was doing, handball and softball. What the black people was doing, basketball and freeze tag or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a difference. Like, you ain't see a lot of people playing softball, but you seen a lot of Spanish motherfuckers playing that shit. Motherfuckers walk around with bats, with gloves on their shit and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
started embracing our spiritual teachings. That's what happened.
yeah, and then flying birds was a common thing. Like blacks and Spanish people were doing that. So that was our common thing. We used to go on the roof and we used to fly birds. You know what I'm saying? That was our common relationship, flying birds.
Can I ask y'all a question? Because I might be the youngest one here. I just got here.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I mean? I'm a brother, you know what I mean? That was, born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx, Soundview and Parkchester, and I moved to Florida. So I got both South and New York. You know what I mean? Word up.
All right.
Yo,
And
peace.
my
Could I
mom,
address the panel?
hold on. Can I finish? My mom is Puerto Rican from Santurce, and my dad is African American.
Somebody got to mute up, man.
So
Now, everybody mute up while he's
Man, I
talking.
can barely hear him, Born. He's really
Hey,
low.
yo,
I can barely hear him.
Everybody mute up while he's talking so we can hear him.
Everybody mute up while you talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back what I was saying. You know what I mean? I'm from New York. You know what I mean? From the Bronx. Grew up in Parkchester, Soundview area. And I moved to Florida. You know what I mean? I grew up both sides, New York and Florida. I came out here when I was in my teen. Now I live in Georgia. I own 7 acres. But long story short, I did time, 13 years. Mom Puerto Rican, dad's African American, and the divisiveness. The only thing that hurts me when I hear Puerto Rican people say we are the same. When all my life being this skin color, they would talk bad about me until they knew I was Spanish. And there's no doubt about it. See,
That's
this is
deep.
see
That's deep.
now it gets deeper than whale pussy. Peep the knowledge that I'm gonna drop. And my mom is from Santurce. The other day I was on Urban Politician, showed my mother. My father been in prison 38 years. I'm 38. That nigga's finna die in prison. You know what I mean? My father's a Johnson, bloodline Harlem, that bumpy shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all niggas the truth. Even in prison, I did 13 years in Florida. And I got family at the time in Rikers upstate was Chain of Mountains. Knowing me being blood and some of them were king, there was issues. And they older than me. And
I don't think a lot of black people, I don't like, not to disrespect like Puerto Ricans or nothing, but a lot of black people didn't possess that type of animosity towards other races for some reason, right? We don't.
Can I address the panel? I've been waiting for a minute, man.
Cause I can remember times when I was banging blood in Rikers.
One second, Stacks, hold on 1 second. We got Raven. He was in the back chat for a while. Let him address the panel and see what he got to say. Yo, Raven, go ahead, bro. Speak your piece.
I want to say peace to all y'all. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Now, the question I got for Taxstone, I got a question for Taxstone, right? Real simple, big brother. Was so-called Puerto Ricans placed next to Black Americans, or were they randomly put there?
Well, since I was born, right, I'm gonna tell you
Big
my
brother, big brother, big brother. Hold on, big brother. Listen, big brother. We talking about the system. RP the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I'm gonna ask you again, big brother. Was so-called Puerto Ricans placed next to Black Americans, or did they want to be next to us? It's yes or no, big brother.
They was placed, bro.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Okay. Hypothetically, let's say they were placed in a suburban area, right? 60 years went past. Would they be dealing with you right now? Because I'm gonna be honest, it seemed like either you may be, no disrespect, you may be in a relationship with a few of them, have babies with a few of them, but you being that age, big brother, if we talking 5, 10, and 85, if you're the wisest of the wisest, and if we're going to break down intellectual people amongst other nations who we taught a knowledge of self to, aren't we breaking down 1% amongst multiple nations? Or is my mathematics not correct, big brother? And this is for you personally.
All right, so I'm gonna respond like this. I So my perspective in the math, the science is the science. The science could never change. That's always going to remain the same. Me, I'm on a celestial level, meaning that I see past all this race shit, Puerto Rican and all that. I was in solitary for 5 years. Hold on.
I don't mean to butt in, big brother.
So my mind is gone. I'm way past skin color.
Big brother. The IRS and the government don't got you labeled the same as they got them labeled the same, big brother.
I know this is a fact, bro. I know this is a fact.
But this is what I'm saying, big brother. We can't, as much as we've been trying to impregnate all these Hispanics all these years, out of 100%, what percentage of Black Americans actually had success in impregnating their women? 5%, ain't it? Let's be real, big brother. We can't impregnate they young how they could our young. You know why they got all? Listen, now let me put this out there. All foreigners wear the same tag on their t-shirt when you lift their collar up in the back.
Yeah, but where do you get it?
My solution, I'm gonna tell you. You know what my solution is? Because now you make me feel like you don't have a knowledge of self. Separation is the key. If they don't like you, you're not supposed to like them. What's the 120 then, big brother?
All right, so let me tell you like this. Just because you got black skin like me, don't mean you're gonna be the one to help me or assist me. So I learned early on, just because a person got knowledge of self, what that mean? That he my brother, he gonna be aligned like me, evenly yoked? That don't mean shit.
I'm born divine almighty Allah. This is my channel, right? Let me say this. I was born and raised in the nation of God's nerves, right? And I'm gonna tell you, when I came home from prison, not 5% did anything to help me. And I love my culture. I love the nation. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point, bro. That's my point.
Hold on. No one help me. I'm gonna keep it real.
He wants separatism. Give it to him.
My Puerto Rican brothers helped me.
No, I don't. Just listen. Just let me respond to you and whoever says something. That's it. Respect.
One second. My Puerto Rican brothers helped me that I grew up with. Some white boys I played basketball with helped me. You know what I'm saying? When I came home from doing my bids, and my family. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say none of the 5% did nothing for me because of my brothers. Some helped me. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the rod to fish.
Okay, now let me.
I just feel.
Can I rebuttal? Can I rebuttal?
Good. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I want to rebuttal to King and then whoever said the separatists. Okay, let me rebuttal King shit, right? We have our flaws within our nation. RP the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Why would I look to foreign nations as examples of manhood? You know, you may like, listen, hey, check me out. And I'll finish, man. I'm respectful. I'm most righteous. Just because a foreigner move on a block, you know, and our parents tell us it would be nice of you if you went down there and helped them move into their new apartment, even though they're coming from a third world country with no laws and no structure. You understand?
I understand, but my whole point to you is rest in peace to Malcolm X, bro. Rest in peace to people. Listen, bro. You know what?
Check me out, big boss. Listen. No disrespect to you, big brother. Malcolm X died a long time ago, brother. As many other scholars that you haven't heard about have sprung up from the root. This is my thing with so-called Black Americans, and I hope y'all hear me clearly. I'm gonna use the N-word. I apologize. You niggas are not prejudiced. You're not. This is my issue with y'all. You are not prejudiced. Big homie, little homie, you are not prejudice.
Why you think
It's
that
not.
is?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it
Why
real.
you think that is? Why you think that is?
Who?
How you think I've developed?
Check it out.
You think I'm
Understand this though. Understand this though. I hate giving positive information to foreigners that can potentially use this knowledge against me. Now, even though you got the Latin brother up here, right? Because he's not, well, Latin, Spanish, we know who we talking about. Is he going back telling his people how great we is? Is he going back telling his people who gave him a knowledge of self? Who taught the earth literacy?
Well, you don't
Yeah,
ask.
but let me tell you something.
No. We speaking like men.
Hold on, let me tell you something.
We speaking like men. I need everybody.
Hold on.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off the panel. Listen, check it out. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off the panel. King.
Y'all hear me?
Who gave the world a knowledge of self? Was it the Puerto Ricans? Was it the Caribbeans? Was it the Africans? Was it the Jakes? Was it the Haitians? Was it the so-called black the Aborigines in Australia that magically they don't let come to America? I'm pushing the knowledge to y'all brothers. Notice they let every other foreigner come over here, except for them goddamn Aboriginal Australians. Now, my question to you guys before I leave the panel: who gave the earth a knowledge of self?
All right, bro. See, like you trying to turn the panel into. I'm not prejudiced.
No, it sounds like you going around. You didn't hear nothing I said. How old are you, brother? What you talking about? So you telling me I ain't make no good points?
Hold on.
Why you like? Can I talk? Can I talk? I've been trying to talk for the longest.
Homeboy, hold on. Let me just get this in real quick.
I just want to address. I want to address what he said.
Let me address that. Let me address it, yo.
Like, this is my second time on this, King. You know that. The first time was the other time. And I think I addressed the last time the whole African photography of the Caribbean island. So I guess he wasn't here at that time, so he needed to do some studying. Because he's just spewing, to me, he's spewing hate. You know what I'm saying? He keep calling people foreigners. You're in a foreign country. You get what I'm saying? Stop using words mean a lot. And how people use them is how people's going to treat them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't appreciate. Hold on. Let me say something, man. I don't appreciate the way. First of all, you being judgmental and you casting like opinions on who I am as like, yo, I'm misinformed. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that, bro. You know what I am?
Yeah, facts.
Hold on. I'm like this, bro. When you talk about that brother shit to me, I don't want to hear that shit. You know why I don't want to hear that shit? Because when I need brother, these niggas ain't paying my child support, or I gotta be a man, bro. I don't see that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you know why I gotta no friends? Because ain't no friend like me.
Facts.
Because I can't turn to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You niggas talk this brother shit. Don't talk that shit to me, bro. You know why? Because that shit don't exist in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have motherfuckers that come to me that help me. Sometimes they don't look like me. So I don't judge a nigga by where he come from geographically. You know why? Because I'm like water, nigga. I'm like water. I adapt to my environment and I'm smooth like water, bro. So, and I'm on a celestial level where it's spiritual with me, homie. And I go off energy. I go off your energy around me, homie. If your energy is foul, and I could pick energy up through the fucking frequency of this shit. I know I couldn't fuck with you.
That's real talk, though. That's real talk.
I couldn't fuck with you, homie. And you know why? Because you don't even know me, and you was already saying shit like, you must be misinformed. I'm like, nigga, you crazy. You don't even know who you dealing with mentally. For For a nigga to survive 5 years solitary without hanging up and coming out with my same mind, you know what that shit is, being 23 hours
Roach. Shout out to
right.
John Roach.
So I don't see human beings the same way you do based on my experience. I don't see like my brothers that look like me holding me down like that. And I love my people and I will never go against my culture and people, but I'm still not gonna have a prejudiced demeanor in a president. Why? What does that prejudice shit do for me? How's it going to benefit me, my people, and the people that's around me by preaching prejudice? I understand the separatism and all that. That's cool and everything. And in some degree, I agree with that. But I agree with evenly yoked being together in the people that's not yoked being separated. I believe in that separatism. Ignorance, I separate from ignorance, but I'm not going to separate. I'm not going to separate because the nigga right there, the nigga, heck, he's Spanish, but he look black. He look like me. I'm going to separate from that nigga? For what? Why would I separate from him?
Hold on.
That shit don't even make sense.
Let me jump in. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off. I hear everything my brother's saying, but I'm going to keep it 100 with him. Latinos don't practice none of that shit he was just saying. And we got the evidence to see it. They don't. You may have some Latino brothers and sisters sprinkled in that roll with us. And like I said, I'm from the East Coast too. I know how they got amalgamated into our culture when we start saying that they were black. We start telling them that they were black because a lot of them still didn't believe that they were black. Heck know what I'm talking about. You can't say
I just want to add to that a little bit.
Yeah.
You keep saying when hip hop told us we were black. No.
No. Again, no, I didn't say that. You didn't hear. No.
I just it's more of a question. That's what you said, that hip hop let us know we were black.
No. If you go back to the spiritual teachings.
Okay, go ahead.
Right from the Hebrew Israelites to the brothers and the guys and nerves, we started saying that y'all was black and putting our arms around y'all and embracing y'all in. So it started from there because a lot of y'all, when y'all came over, when y'all moms and stuff got with a black man, they got this song. They wasn't. This is facts. So what I'm saying is they never really practiced that. Like when the religious, because we always open up our arms and we said, listen, we always attribute things to slavery and children of the plantation. So if you was in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, you was our people. You was connected and go by phenotype. So we accepted, but a lot of y'all wasn't rocking with that until they got with the teachings. That's 100% facts.
I'm not down that.
That's part of this situation is our fault. Now, when we get to the teaching, we already understood as black people what we were going to go through in the captivity that we're under. So the way we behave is already expected. We're supposed to be a light in the dark room to wake our people up out of the darkness. That's what we're supposed to. So if my brother sleep and I got to go outside of my brother to get something else from other people, it's expected because our mind's been going. That's why the 5% was to bring the knowledge back to the people. So I'm confused with the message because the conditions that we're in was the conditions that was prophesied, and we are the ones that's supposed to wake our people up to bring them up out of it. So as black people, the reason why we embraced everybody because we were gods. We was the gods. Right? But everybody, other groups don't practice that. That's why everybody historically can move into our communities. They didn't have to worry about getting their heads knocked off. But we couldn't walk through other people's communities. We were the standards and the burden bearers for the country. So no, my brother is my brother. So okay, if a white man gonna help me because he got better resources, I understand the conditions of my people. But because I understand the teachings, that's why at the end of all my videos and my lectures, I say I love my people more than they hate themselves. And I pray to the universal creator most high that these words was enough to inspire you. I say that because I understand my people. I know for a fact that these other groups were brought in because of our spiritual systems. And when they got in now, what they doing now is shitting on us. The problem is we still love. They don't, a lot of these groups, and I'm not saying you have, because you may be different, but a lot of these groups don't love us the way we love everybody else. So we got to gatekeep. We got to put our arms around our brothers. And my brother at the top, with the Yankee hat, you know the teachings. You know why we're in these conditions. So I'm kind of surprised you saying you part of the nation, but then you making those statements because our captivity in our minds is the reason why we was ordained to teach. So nah, man, I'm getting off of this, man, because this shit sound crazy to me, man. Peace, King.
Hey, shout out George.
Salute.
All right, George.
King.
Salute, George.
I ain't got
we got
I ain't got a chance to speak yet. I
Go
just want to put my
ahead, speak, bro.
CJ Rich, salute, CJ.
Hood Rich.
I wanted to address the brother up top with the Yankee cap stack, but I guess he hopped off too.
Hold on. Let me back. I don't know what's. Not paying. He coming in. Let me have Stack Stone back. See what we get.
All right. Yeah. Shout out George Macon. Shout out Big E. I was on the panel with him last night, and we was cooking. So let me just say this real quick. Y'all kind of glossed over Big E's point that we got rappers using Italian names, Scarface, Gotti, all that. Yep, we don't use the slurs that they use against each other. I felt that was a great point he brought up, a pertinent point. That was just y'all kind of slid over that, and I wanted to address Stack on that because he's saying, "Oh, I ain't prejudiced. Why be prejudiced?" And I'm gonna say this: I don't hate nobody. I got nothing but love in my heart for humanity, but obviously I love my people first and foremost. The reason to be prejudiced is because we the only people trying to survive in this game playing by a different rule book. Everyone else prejudiced, everyone else won't hesitate, you know what I mean, to roll out the red carpet for theirs, and we the only ones trying to be all inclusive. Again, it's not about hate, it's about self-preservation. That's the first rule of the game, first rule of life, self-preservation. So when you're looking out for your own best interest, sometimes you got to do that. Again, everyone else is playing by that rule book except for us, and we wonder why we stay in last place. I just don't make any sense.
And I hear what you said.
Can I just have a little?
One second. You got next, and then my boy SV Twins, the Hood Blog, is after you. But I'm gonna say this, bro. The reason why we're so different, and the reason why you think we're at the bottom, is because the once when you was at the top, you go to the bottom. It always reverse. We coming back up now, bro. By us having a good heart and building and adding on people and teaching and showing them love, that's gonna bring the black man back up to the godly form that we are. So all that hate shit, I'm not hating nobody, bro. The show I did today, I was asking a question. Yeah, how come you could call me a nigga, and I'll call you a spic or a beaner? It's a problem. That's what I want to know. The people I know I represent, I love, bro. They show me love from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So I can't be prejudiced.
Let me finish my opening statement real quick before y'all get off. And I ain't, Big E know I'm brief. I get trying to get straight to my point. So goddamn, I lost my train of thought real quick. Hold up. Only thing I'm saying is that I understand having a good heart, and that is in our people. So I definitely agree with you there. I don't know too much about the 5% nation and them teachings. I'm from Cali, just like Big E. I'm from Northern Cali, though. I ain't from LA. So that's why I want to put that perspective on it. I have been to NY. Shit, I was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, having a great time. It was some bad chicks up there. It was all fun and games. But again, like Big E said, and like I said last night, the world don't revolve around NY or the tri-state area. So y'all got to have room to hold different perspectives. And I'm going to say this. I used to, in Cali, it is common. I don't know about LA. I'm going to speak for Northern Cali. I'm from the Bay Area, East Oakland. It is common to give other folks that pass, early on in the game, because we do grow up in the same neighborhoods. But once I got that knowledge of self, as y'all call it, I had to shut that shit down. Even some of my boys, some of my boys that I grew up with, I said, hey, I know we used to do this in high school, but I have more pride in myself right now. So I ain't giving out no more passes. You're going to have to check that shit when you around me. But whatever you do in your own time is what you do in your own time, but you ain't going to disrespect me by saying that. I know they say that NY and Puerto Ricans is different, but like I said, I've been out there. It ain't all that different because my opinion, and I'm gonna land on this, they want to be black when it's convenient. Okay, when it's cool, when you at the party, nigga, when you want to go around your family, your grandparents, you ain't talking like that. You know what I mean? You speaking the Espanol. So that's all I gotta say on it. And again, it's no hate and no disrespect towards anyone. It's just trying to stand on business.
Hold on, I got you, Lad P. Vlad Pay, what's good, my boy? How you?
What's good, son? Yo, this first and foremost this is a very disappointing topic. You know what I'm saying? First of all, and we got people from out. You can't understand the Bronx, New York, till you live there. Why is it so far fetched that the place just different? Why is that so far fetched that a bunch of teenagers, kids, no matter what they was, you know what I'm saying, grouped together in the streets and make something happen? Why is this so far fetched to people? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm Boricua from the Bronx. You heard? I ain't never had a problem with anybody being black. As a matter of fact, a lot of us Boricuas from the Bronx tap into our roots, know that we were slaves before the Atlantic slave trade. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's one. That's facts. You heard? Y'all,
I said that the other day, right, King?
Number two, this FBA movement thing, y'all wasn't kicking that till 2018. You let a narcissistic pretty boy gas y'all up. Your mother never called herself that. You know what I'm saying? And then three, I was a little disappointed in you, King of New Jersey. I was a little disappointed because you stretched a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You said Fat Joe said nigga with the hard ER, and you know he didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And you know he was. Hold on. Let me land.
I ain't gonna come in here with that goofy talk, dog.
Hey, yo, son, you look like a goofy, my nigga. Fix your throat. You heard? Hold on. And you wouldn't talk to me like that in my face. I smack your mother. But yo, hold on. You said he said it with the heart. You know he didn't say that. And two, he wasn't talking about black people. He was talking about what he believed it was the group of foundational black Americans started by Tariq Nasheed, who disrespect Jamaica. None of y'all was kicking that. None of y'all was kicking that till 2018.
Listen, bro. Listen.
Yo, hold up. He's saying Joe basically. Joe violated, bro. He violated. I don't know how you trying to back that nigga. He violated.
Son ain't violate. You not from New York. We talk like that, my nigga. All day, every day, my nigga. We talk like that. You're not gonna come around and get nowhere and tell a Puerto Rican you can't talk like that.
Nah,
nobody's gonna do that.
You wilding with that one.
He didn't know what he was talking about when he said that.
We talk now. You know what? Play it again, son, and pay attention with your heart and your mind, not with your clout chasing.
Hey, but
Is there order? Is there order? Because I was up here waiting, and then the Puerto Rican.
Oh, my bad.
The Boricua.
Black folks is delineating.
No, Boricua, Puerto Rican, whatever. Boricua, Puerto Rican, whatever, or probably a New York.
That's a whole fact.
Okay, all right. So now check this out. 51, born and raised in New York City. My uncle and my aunt was in the nation of God's and earth before there was Puerto Ricans in it. We have to be 100% honest about the relationship between Puerto Ricans and blacks in New York City. All right. So nobody's gonna pull the wool over my eyes because I'm a black American. They call them FBA now, whatever you call it. But I lived in Puerto Rico. I lived in Louisa.
Exactly.
Somebody know me up here? So I know what it is. Fat Joe was heard calling us Moyos. So Moyo, Moreno.
Hell yeah. And niggas from the Bronx used to call it that shit. Spanish niggas, Latin Kings, when I was blood, nigga, y'all niggas was racist from the Bronx. That's a fact.
But you was blood. Blood was killing blood more than anybody.
Most bloods
kill bloods.
Let me finish though. I'm not in no game.
Why do you think we started? Because y'all niggas was racist. The Latin Kings was racist.
That's cap.
Yo, but hold on. Let me finish.
That's cap.
Let me finish. Yo, but let me finish.
Yo, nigga, that's why I became blood. I came blood at 16 up, homie. I became blood at 16 up.
You became blood because it was the cool thing to do, son.
Do you know how many Latin Kings was on my ass, bro?
I was speaking. Hold on.
One at a time.
Let my man finish.
Hold on. Let me finish. Because I started and I came up here with bread. So I supported the channel. Them 11 euros is because I'm getting money in Europe. Now, my perspective is unique because I'm from New York. I lived in Puerto Rico. I speak Spanish. I'm not related to no gang, nothing. But my peoples grew up in the nation of gods and earths. So I'm speaking to my aunt, my uncle, and I'm saying, why do they got a bunch of Japanese at a law school and y'all giving away the knowledge? Why do they got a Puerto Rican, aka what we used to call Germans or Puerto Rocks, teaching the knowledge in the law school right now? We don't gatekeep, we don't hold anything to ourselves. We give all of our knowledge away, and then people come and they position themselves as what they want to in our communities. So the blood conversation, all this, what it is blacks and Puerto Ricans always had issues in New York City. Always. We used to call them Yobis. Yo B, because that's how they used to speak. And then I don't know where it was, but some of us gave them a pass to say nigga, the N word, so to speak. And I'm 51. Hold on. I know this is not this. See, this is why you was a blood, because you don't have no goddamn no knowledge yourself for real.
Yeah,
because you can't control yourself. You can't control yourself. You can't control yourself.
We gotta cut the disrespect out and all that.
Right.
Nah, but I'm saying the disrespect comes from him because he stays cutting people off. He has no
But
control of self.
I ain't take shots at you though, but I'm good.
Nah, but you still cutting me off, and that's a shot in itself. If you're from New York City, you already know. Don't cut my wisdom. That's a shot.
Hey, yo, that's it, bro. Leave it there.
Nah, all right. So let me continue. Right. So now, all of this, we are the world. I don't see race and all that. That's nonsense. If you go to second rule and the second lesson in 1 to 10, who is the colored man? The colored man is the Caucasian white man. Yakub's grafted devil of the planet Earth. If you're saying that that's not racist, I don't know what it is. So if you're going to jack the NGE, you got to keep it 100 and understand that it was based on black superiority. That's what we are the gods. Facts.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
All right, now check it. Let's check this.
Shit.
When I said that I appreciate other people, other cultures of the nations, it's because the other cultures and other nations fed me when I couldn't feed myself at one time. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I believe I don't trust the white man at all. Period. Point blank.
Right.
But I have read across
Puerto Ricans are white. Puerto Ricans are white. You had a Puerto Rican up here, he was white.
Yo, this dude talking.
That's the whole fact.
Hey, can I ask something real quick?
Because we don't see color, because we
Yo,
don't
you
see
just
color,
cut him
but
off
they
when
see
he was
color.
talking, right? You just cut him off when he was talking.
Yeah.
Son, he was actually, because I wasn't addressing him, I was addressing the brother with the Yankee hat. And that's my brother. And that's my brother. No, I'm not a hypocrite. You're a 50-something-year-old blood. You're a loser. How about that?
I'm not a blood, bro.
Hey, but let me ask a question.
You can't play both sides of the fence, though. Either you got knowledge yourself or you don't. Don't be a gangster and a god. Don't be a gangster and a god.
Hey, can I ask the panel a question? I want to ask the panel a question. Manny Heck. Let me ask Manny Heck. I hate old boy is off the panel, but why is it a problem that he talking about he addressing people who decide to call themselves FBA? If you are not black, why is it such a concern for him to worry about how we address ourselves? So what if people want to call themselves FBA? What do that have to do with being disrespect? You still disrespecting black people. You don't get to tell us or regulate how if we want to refer to ourselves as FBA, who are you to say, well, no, y'all can't do that. I ain't referring to y'all. It ain't up to y'all to worry about that. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what the problem is. You trying to tell us how we are referring to ourselves. If we want to call ourselves FBA, what business is it of yours? Why are you worrying about that if you are not FBA? Why does it bother you so much that a group of people that you don't even belong to decide to say FBA? Why is that such a problem? And why do you feel like you could disrespect said group of people? Because they said we FBA now. Why does that warrant disrespect?
You addressed me with that?
No, he was talking about the other guy.
That's why I said I hate that the other dude got off, but I'm saying he's like, no, y'all following this and y'all following that.
Nicky, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna say this, Joe. I ain't letting nobody come on this platform and disrespect nobody, period. That's why I'm kicking niggas off, because I don't appreciate that shit. You could be a dark Puerto Rican, you could be a light Puerto Rican, you could be a dark nigga, you could be a white boy. You don't come on my platform disrespecting nobody, because we all show respect and love, and we just bringing up a topic. Now, as I'm talking, I'm gonna let my boy SB Twiz have his piece, have his moment, man.
Twiz. Yeah, Twiz. Right.
Twiz, shout out.
Quick shout out to the blogger. What up, baby?
Much love and respect. Shout out to
Hood Blogger, salute as always. Salute to you, Hood Blogger, as always.
Y'all know how we carry it. Much love. Definitely, man. I appreciate everybody that's on here. Like Jersey said, it don't matter, you know, what you come from. It should always be respect. Because when we get up here and start going back and forth, it contradicts a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Where some people might say, "Oh, the people dividing us," or whatever the situation is. We should be able to have a respectful convo as men. But, you know, most importantly, what I wanted to say was, you know, at the end of the day, it's like this. Wherever you from, it's different. You know, like out New York, the Bronx and all that, they grew up differently. I'm from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I grew up a lot differently. I mean, we got Jersey in the building. So wherever you from, you could be looking at things from a personal experience, but it's a difference between personal experience and systematical experiences. Like, and what I think a lot of people don't understand is when we say like the Black community is very accepting of everybody. Like, I can chop it up with anybody, bro. We got, you know, you get love, you know, like we call them poppy stores out Philly, like other places call them bodegas. It's always love. It's love with, you know what I'm saying, with the Arab stores and all of that. But
that's
certain
community,
things,
baby.
exactly, it's a community, but none of us don't cross no boundaries. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not gonna go in the Puerto Rican store and say certain things. I wouldn't even say, you know, we won't even say it behind like a Puerto Rican.
You know?
Exactly. And that's what I think where the disconnect is coming at right now, where a lot of people is like going to look at it like certain things shouldn't be said, bro. Like our put it like this, like in the hood, we say nigga all day, but our grandmoms wasn't trying to hear that. Some of our parents wasn't trying to hear that. They hated that word. We owned that word though, and we switched it up. That come back from even when you had people like Pac that was saying like, you know, we thug life and all that type of movement where certain stuff was owned because we was already being looked at it. We just tried to add some style to it. And you know, when we come up here and we start speaking about history, because I heard a couple people was saying like, you know, where the roots come from. I just feel like if you is going to do that, make sure that, because we go off of facts, proofs, and evidences, let us know, you know, where you got that information from. What book did you read? Because anybody can, we all heard different things. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's people, you got people out here like Dane Calloway that don't even agree with the FBA movement. You dig what I'm saying? He got a whole different, you know what I'm saying, outlook, and he go off of his research. You got people out here, you know what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, like if we coming up here and then you from a different race and you trying to check somebody about their race and how it started and how it was, like if you feel like you're gonna take it that far, you at least, you know what I'm saying, trying to provide some proofs or evidences of what you talking about. Don't just come up here like you schooling somebody.
Yeah, homeboy is disrespectful.
Hold on. We got Jamal Wilson in the building. Jamal Wilson, peace. God speak, man.
Peace, Jamal Milton.
Salute.
Peace to God. Peace to everybody on the panel. I'm not a 7%er, but I mean a 5%er, but I did I speak to Lord Jamal regularly. I'm probably the #1 name on speed dial. And from that interview when Fat Joe was talking about the bro, you know, I just want to be clear. A lot of what y'all seeing is there's a bigger issue that's going on in play. A lot of the discussion on FBA and stuff like that. That's a fairly new discussion, the FBA and how we define ourselves. We didn't always define ourselves as FBA. That is a new term. It's another way to cause division in some ways, but it's also a term that we can gravitate towards if we wanted to. But in any case, you know, we call ourselves many different things. People of African descent are very diverse. We are the most diverse group of people on the planet. So we can own multiple terms. You can be FBA, also be Hebrew Israelite at the same time. You can be FBA and also be Pan-African. You can be FBA and whatever you want. But the reality is what other people call us and the respect factor that comes with that. The word nigga is a word that we adopted and we kept for ourselves, and we kind of let it backfire amongst white people who deemed us that, right? And we've been able to use it as a term of endearment towards one another. I'm no different from that. You know, like the brother said on here, our parents hated it. It's true. Our parents absolutely hated it, but we embraced it, right? And we know that energy when it's right. Now, this Fat Joe situation, it's bigger than what we're all looking at. We got to take a step back for a second, because this is the guy who invented yesterday's price is not today's price. He's on the other side of the spectrum now, right? And he's now in a space where that whole area where he's used to, where he thought was comfortable, is starting to crumble. Everybody that's a part of this whole Diddy situation and all of the Epstein situations, everything that's going on, you're starting to see all of them start to now address things that they normally would not address, and talk about people they normally not talk about. You have to ask yourself, why would Fat Joe want to now talk about Lord Jamar and foundational Black Americans and call them out when we don't have anything to do with this guy? Like, why would we be in your mouth in the middle of a black barbershop? Like, it just does not make sense. There's a bigger thing going at play right now.
It was destined to happen for him to say that shit.
Yeah, he's scrambling. He's the one that has the least emotional intelligence out of all of them on that side. And you know what they say, when you're on your way up, you're gonna meet them same people on your way down that you fucked over. Okay,
facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So he's starting to. That's where he's at. So he's the first. He's the mouth. He's a loud mouth. So he's gonna quick start saying stuff. Okay, but
he's destined for that.
Yeah, he's destined for it. It is what it is. But he's not.
He was supposed to say that, bro. Yo, you in contact with Lord Jamal?
Regularly. I can call him right now.
Yo, homie, tell him Stack Stone and King of New Jersey want to link with him, because we support him, bro. And that shit was a violation, bro.
100% violation.
What's your name?
Stack Stone.
Born Divine. Tell him Born Divine. He was on one of my posts on Instagram. Tell him Born Divine.
Tell the homie, right? He disrespected him, bro, and we got his back, bro.
Yeah, like, rest assured, he's about to do Art of Dialogue, so it's pretty much a wrap for Fat Joe. He thought that black people still don't have a grasp on hip hop because he's been around all of these, you know, these white Jewish fags and execs. So he thinks he could do what he want to do, and you know, it's not gonna fly no more. You know what I'm saying? So like, black people is coming back. We taking control of hip hop. We always had control of it because it's the culture that runs hip hop. It's not, you know.
So hold on, somebody said it's slow on. I do not know how to slow on the chat. I just keep it with business, Jessica. I don't know how to slow it down. I gotta learn.
Yo, but hold on, let me tell you something about Lord Jamal, homie. When he said that shit about Lord Jamal, let me tell you something about Lord Jamal, homie. Yo, Lord Jamal did the album that held me down in prison when I was in Auburn. It was just him and Sadat. That album, how could he say that? Yo, that album that Lord Jamal did, it was just him and Sadat. I was in Auburn, homie. That album was fire.
Boy, and like you say, Stack, the thing about it was the fact you get on there and just automatically say, oh man, and Lord Jamar, he was the weakest nigga out of the group.
And Joe was the weakest nigga out of his group, getting his rhymes written.
You even say that.
He didn't even write his rhymes. That's the first thing. So how you going to
exactly?
You had
exactly.
And his other man was writing for him.
TA.
Yeah. So
Tito.
But I'm gonna say this about
I felt disrespected by that shit because I'm a hip hop head, nigga. So, and I know Lord Jamal fire. His rhymes, his writing ability, his production. Yo, bro, I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, how could this stupid nigga let him say that shit about Lord Jamal, son? I'm like, yo. And he gonna say he was a legend? Who the fuck are you to revoke his legend status, nigga?
Yeah. But that's the
look, who the fuck are you, nigga?
You ain't in nobody's top 75, bro. Go sit down.
Exactly.
But that's what
that shit so bent out of shape, homie. I was like, yo, this and these baby niggas in hip hop, they wasn't even checking this nigga about Lord Jamal.
If you look at his track record of who he gave us from Dead Prez,
what?
Come on, bro.
Yo, look at his fucking discography. Whatever they call that shit in hip hop. Look at his track record, nigga.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, like they said, if we keep allowing this, what happens is, it's an example. When they say now, back then, Eminem is the greatest rapper, top rapper. 10 years down the line, guess what's going to happen? When you go back 10 years back, everybody's going to believe that. 10 years ahead, when you look back, people are going to believe that narrative, and it takes away from the Kool Moe D's, the LL Cool J's. It takes away. It's like a little bit by little bit, you're chipping away who's the statues of what we saw in that era. Because if you keep saying that with the Eminems, he's the greatest rapper, he's a top MCs, and we're the ones that are giving him the pass.
Yeah, and that's what's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with this man for a significant amount of time now. You know what I'm saying? I did a burial service, a death doula service for his father over in Egypt. So we're really, really close. And Lord Jamar is one of the realest dudes that I've ever met. He's one of the most Afrocentric dudes that I've ever met. At the same time, he sees himself as a foundational Black American. He sees himself as indigenous, but he has respect for all cultures. So he's in no shape, form, or fashion racist or anything like that. He just keeps it real, 100% real, and he has knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what hip hop was built on. And
hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on, let me tell you something real quick. Me and Lord Jamar have one problem. We used to go back and forth on Facebook. My one problem is when he was on Vlad TV, giving Vlad TV all that. Now, I despise that because I was like, yo, there's so many other Black platforms out here that you can help build and grow, and you can grow yours with. And we giving this little hat all this content and knowledge. He shouldn't have got none of that. And that when he started seeing it, I respected him.
Well, he was getting paid for that though.
Yeah, I tell you this, like there's a process, there's a growing process for everything, right? And sometimes you got to pay your dues. I'm gonna say this about Vlad. A lot of people talk crazy about Vlad, but I'm gonna say this about Vlad's beginnings. When I started, I started I had a TV show. It's called Ruger TV way back in the day. I used to be called Rennie Ruger, and Vlad was just a dirty ass white boy in the streets, following behind us with our cameras. We was running around with Wu-Tang, Staten Island, doing our thing, boom, boom, boom. Vlad didn't come up with a silver spoon neither. So I always tip my hat to him and what he did because I know what he did to get to where he was. Vlad grinded. He wasn't just a regular, plant. That's not how it started. Even though he might be now, I don't know. I actually sold all my tapes to Vlad. Okay, so I know him pretty well from back then. Over time, he has become this thing where he just exploits and takes from the culture a lot and exploits a lot of the negative parts of the culture that we don't like. And sometimes that happens when when you get notoriety, especially on the internet for a certain thing, you gotta have to stick to that niche and you gotta stay in it. Lord Jamar, even though he might he'll get to a point where he'll say, okay, even though he's finding success in this area, he's still strong-minded enough to say, you know what, it's time for me to walk away from this because the end game is not getting to where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens that way. You don't see where it's going to go. You're just doing it. The internet was very new. We didn't have all of this 20 years ago. So we were trying to figure this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? But he made his transition and he exposed it. And that's really all you can do in that space because you don't know what a guy is about until you work with him for a significant amount.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jamal. Nobody came out the womb with all the knowledge. We got to allow people to grow. You learn something and then you adjust your behavior accordingly. So I feel what you're saying, King. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad eventually he saw the light and made the right move. One thing I want to say, a question I got for Stack before I hop down off the panel. Again, salute for even having me up here on your platform, King. But I want to say this, as it just came back to me. Stack, earlier on, you had said that you stated that Black people don't, use all these other ethnicities, slurs, or really take their culture because we got so much pride in our own. And I got to disagree on that point because let me give you an analogy. If you really value your house, so you work, you grinded for 20 years, you finally got the crib of your dreams. If you value that house, that don't mean you throwing house parties every weekend and letting everybody just run up in there and do whatever they want to do. If you really value it, you would safeguard it. You would get that security system. You would have cameras. So I think the fact that we let other people adopt our culture so willingly, invite everybody to the cookout, that's a sign of not valuing our culture, not the other way around. and I'm gonna land on that. You could respond, and hey, peace to all y'all. It's my first time coming across this channel. I'm glad you got a platform, man. Your shit is lit. So a shout out to you and what you're doing. But yeah, I subscribed, I liked. Probably be cash apping next week, and I'll be back. Salute to y'all.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, so let me just tell you this, bro. So I respect everybody's opinion, and the way I see things is through a different lens because of my different experiences in life. So I'm more spiritual, and I deal with more energy, and I deal with more like I process a lot of things differently than a lot of different people because of my experience in life. So I don't have the energy like the brother was saying something about I should be prejudiced, I should be this. When I evaluate myself and my life and my coping mechanisms, I don't have energy to be prejudiced, bro. I really don't. I don't have the energy to occupy that type of shit in my head because I'm dealing with prosperity in a way that if I connect with somebody and he happens to be of a different ethnicity and he looks different, I'm gonna go by that energy, man. If you're not on my frequency, then I'm not gonna deal with it because I go by energy. Now, is there some systemic things put in place to help people, be on top of others and keep the neck on the less fortunate? Yeah, that shit happens. But I would, spread love the way I spread love, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all about love. Love conquers all. At the end of the day, if you get unified and you have understanding of self, I do have so much understanding of myself, and I know my capabilities, and I know my weaknesses. I know my iniquity. I still got malice in my heart, bro. So I feel like I could commit murder still. That's why I don't put myself in certain situations, because I'm not gonna be impulsive with people and I'm just not gonna move all over the place like that. But some people got different perspective in how they approach life.
All right,
Can I answer that? Can I?
Hold on 1 second. We got 10 more minutes up here before I got to take my wife somewhere. So let's everybody
let me ask Stack this question, right? Because like he said, life experience. Okay. What would you say to a situation like this? Now, this is one of my experiences. Like, it was one of the few, of course, out here is Mexicans, right? But a dude grew up down the street from me, his mama, daddy, sisters, brothers, uncles, ate in his house, fell asleep on their couch, all that, right? When we went to ended up going to the pen, I ended up running into him, right? Now, I went to the pen at 20. I didn't know nothing about these racial politics that we talking about right now, right? So when I ran across him, I'm like, Gato, what's up? Bro, he had to turn his back on me because of what the politics was in jail out here, right? So, fast forward, we get out of jail, or I see him when I get out of jail. Now it's like, E, what's up? Okay, how is it, E, what's up, when I just experienced what your politics was when we was in jail, right? So how do you show me how you gotta be in jail? Then when we get out of jail, I'm supposed to look at you like those politics don't exist.
Yeah, you could pretty much tell how it's gonna be by looking at jail. That's
jail, prison in the streets is a different government. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, bro, if you gotta turn your back, if we was brothers on the street, right? Then we get to jail, and in the riot, you gotta, turn your knife against me and people that look like me.
Right.
How am I supposed to expect that you don't feel that way once we leave there?
Yo,
like,
see, that's the thing.
All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. Let Heck go. Then
I feel like
hold on 1 second. Let Heck go. Heck, you got 2 minutes. Then my boy Cross the Plug got 2 minutes. And then I'm gonna give my boy the Hood Blocker his 2 minutes, and then we're gonna end it. So let's go.
All right, real quick, my bad. I just want to say something about that. I've been in 4 riots. I did 15 years. I grew up in Bed-Stuy, so I seen that racial conflict in prison. The dude that did that to you, he wasn't built like that. Because when I had my friends coming to my prison that I knew that they had problems coming in, I didn't let it happen. You understand me? It's a difference. I don't know what's going on over there, but over here in New York, that happens too. There's a lot of segregation with gangs, though, that happen to be black, Puerto Rican, whatever. But if your man come through, and let's say, for example, I'm an ex-king, he a blood, and I know he can't live in my prison. Listen, I ain't doing nothing to homie, because we both going. You know, so it all depends on the situation. I don't know what that situation was with you and your man and everything, but
but that's not south side
But
of
yo, I'm doing one at a time. Everybody go one at a time now. Let me finish so I can get somebody else up here.
Yeah, that's not over here. Okay, now the second point I wanted to make, the brother. Can you put the cameras up real quick? I want to see the faces real quick. The brothers I know, Lord Jamal. Peace to Lord Jamal, no doubt. How do you expect me, not you in general, but this is more of a question, okay, brother? They expect me to just take the 51% of African I got in me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. It's physically impossible. I let people know, like the other brother was kicking earlier, when I hear my Puerto Rican brothers or spewing all types of bullshit about Moreno, I check them right there. You don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all based on the individual, where they grew up at and how they grew up. That's just my thing. That a lot of people saying, oh, they took it from us. They took it from us. No, my DNA said that it was given to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just more of a question. How would I go about that? You know what I'm saying? It was given to me by
Yeah,
blood.
but you said you're black, so you should be offended. You know what I'm saying? More than anything else.
Yo, yeah, wait. I already spoke to King the other day when Joe made that statement. I told him, I said he wasn't right. This and that. I was, and I'm very adamant about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ain't like I just want to understand when a lot of brothers they come on here and they say, oh, they took this from us. No, I ain't take nothing. It was given to me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get that's somebody. We gonna bring somebody else up now. Hold up. We got my boy Cross the Plug. Got my brother. Let him get his
First and foremost, I want to say salute to everybody. Salute to the people that's on the panel, the real men that came on here. And again, I know this is a situation that we don't like to talk about, but it's healthy to talk about it because it gets us all to understanding where we really coming from. On that note, I'm gonna say this: it's time for a new change. We don't need to bend nor waver. Again, nothing's wrong with taking ownership and pride in what you like. And again, we got to also look at ourselves as men, as black men. We got to start correcting it. So I want y'all to know, even from the Latinos, the Caribbeans, this ain't really about just y'all. This is about what we did and what we're trying to correct and saying, okay, yeah, we did this. We allowed these passes, but we saying, hey, man, as time get over, because our grandparents didn't like that word. And yeah, we did adopt it. But if we're telling y'all, man, that doesn't feel right, just respect that, because again, that's why the title says what it says. And we knew we were going to bring and provoke a lot of emotions, and that's the problem. It's the emotion. So if that's the same way you guys feel, where you don't want to get mixed with Latins or Mexicans, because y'all say, first thing y'all say is y'all Caribbean, y'all make that proud. So we're just saying, we're just standing on this, and we're gonna hold ourselves accountable and everybody else too. So that's all I got to say on that.
Hold up. Let me bring up my boy SV Twiz real quick. Hold on, Twiz. Someone bring you up. Bring you up right now, bro.
Hey, Born. I gotta go, bro. So salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a great day. Stay safe out there. Bring in y'all new year very safely, y'all.
Salute.
Much love and respect. Born, I appreciate you, know what I'm saying, for pulling me and the other fellas up on the panel, man. Salute to the whole panel.
Salute.
Cross, Big A, Hector, everybody, Mac, Mizzle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we carry it.
Salute. You already know.
I just want people to know that at the end of the day, this is just how it started as a barbershop topic. It still is a barbershop topic. I don't want nobody to take this out of context and make it like it's a war between blacks and Latinos, because that's not what it's about.
Not
you know
at
what I
all.
mean? At the end of the day, when we step outside these doors in real lifetime, and we're not looking at each other, you know, with hatred in our heart. But at the same time, we are in the it's a real disgraceful part of what we're going through in this world right now, as far as shock value, as far as internet, as far as respect. Because at the end of the day, we got a lot of young boys from the black culture. They don't respect my generation, y'all generation, because I'm a little bit younger than y'all. I see it a lot where you be hearing young boys going on interviews and they disrespect our own legends. You know what I'm talking about? They don't even, like my generation, we at least always pay homage to those before us. So the homage, it's getting pushed out the way from a lot of people. So these conversations are definitely real important, man. So well, I just want, people to not use this as a form of a disconnect. We just laying out facts on whatever side feel like they got facts. That's what it's about. We're just talking about it, coming to the table. And, for those of y'all that was coming up disrespectful, that's definitely not tolerated. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got. Salute to the panel.
All right. My brother Gangu Roach up here. He just popped there for a second. He know Fat Joe. He know Big Pun. He got Fat Joe. He got Big Pun wife all that money back. So that's what Gangu I said about the situation.
Hey, King of NJ, man, how you doing?
I'm more wise and civilized, man. I'm great. How you?
How's everyone in the chat? Everybody good?
We're good. We're good.
We're good. Salute.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is. I can't say this is a long time coming at the same time because honestly, he's managed by Rock. Joe's managed by Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? So he's, his management right now is just telling them to lay low till the blow's over. So I mean, honestly, the war hasn't even started. You know what I'm saying? If people are trying to get him out of here, Rock Nation's just telling him to lay low, month and a half, however long it takes till YouTube internet starts dying down, and then he's gonna pop back up. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, what's the second stage to that when he does pop up?
We grind his ass up again.
Well, I'm just saying, I think y'all should criticize Rock Nation and lean on them. You know what I'm saying, for them being responsible for harboring Fat Joe. So let me just backtrack right quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody or a lot of people know that I took Joe to court over a 2-year battle, 2014 to 2016. I brought Jelly Bean Benitez, Joe's publisher, to the court case. Basically, Joe was on the radio, DJ Envy, all these radio stations saying, bitch, get a job. I gave you $750,000, then I gave you another $250,000. I gave you $1 million, bitch, get a job. The whole hip hop society bought it. You know what I'm saying? They were DMing her, bitch, get a job. Joe gave you $1 million. Joe gave you money for a beauty salon. Joe did this, Joe did that. He never did none of that, not once. You know what I'm saying? These hip hop guys, his affiliates bought it. You know what I'm saying? They bought into him due to the fact of friendship, of emotion. You know what I'm saying? These guys can't turn around and be like, yo, Joe, nobody stood up for Pun. All these guys, most of these guys, a lot of these guys were cooler with Pun than they were with Joe. You know what I'm saying? Pun was the god of the business. Pun was one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? The rappers looked up to Pun. You know what I'm saying? And they just kicked him to the side as soon as he passed away. You know what I'm saying? No one speaks on him. You know what I'm saying? No one.
Cuba Link does.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying there's very few. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Shout out to Cuban Links, who's a client of mine. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's nobody. I know Ja Rule was cool with him. A whole bunch of people that they won't even acknowledge the estate. They won't work with the son. No, nothing. And these guys. I mean, I had Joe admit in court, obviously, put it this way, if he gave her $1 million, he never used that as in his court draft as a defense. You know what I'm saying? It never said in the court draft, I gave her $1 million. This case is frivolous. He was trying to use it as a statute of limitations. Let me get this thrown out from a statute of limitations, which it didn't work. I had him admit in mediation, he admitted that he never gave her $1 in his life.
Wow.
Right? Mind you, when Pun died, 2000, cats turned around like, no, he owed me money. But what does the estate know? They started lying to the estate as soon as he passed away. Oh no, he owed me money. Then they started sending her fake royalty statements. See, he owes me $400,000. See, he owes me $500,000. And they gave her fake royalty statements from 2000, from the time of his death, all the way up to 2014 when I popped up. For 14 years they lied to her. And left her destitute and put her in a homeless shelter when she was recouped the whole time. I had to go get an auditor. I found $2.3 million in discovery, and I didn't even get all the discovery. It could be $3 million. You see what I'm saying? Like I got 2.3 in discovery. Mind you, I met her in a homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? And I proved Londell McMillan. Londell McMillan was Pun's family lawyer. He reached out to the Pun family, like, oh, I see you're not getting no money. Let me help you out. No one was able to exercise or see what I saw. She ran through 4 or 5 lawyers from 2000 to 2010, 11, whenever I popped up. You know what I'm saying? All them, John Jekyllek, all these lawyers told her and told me to give it up. There's nothing here. I got some of these lawyers don't talk to me anymore because I proved them wrong. You know what I'm saying? But even though for 14 years or so, 16 years, when all these people were saying, oh, you know, get a job, bitch, and this and that, when I got the victory in court, nobody congratulated her. Nobody said, we're sorry, Liza. Nobody threw her no bread. You know what I'm saying? For her being in the homeless shelter. That's how this rap game is, bro. You can't trust nobody. Your best friend will die in this rap game. He won't pay for your casket. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm so deep in this game, bro, that I don't believe in nobody in this business. I've seen it all. Half these rappers call me up and borrow money. I just lent somebody $3,000 last week, another $250 last week, but you'll see them on Instagram fronting like it's all good. I hate these niggas, all of them, every single one of them, all of them. I hate all these niggas.
They all playing. They all
of them. I hate all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? All of them.
Yo, all right. So, let me go ahead. Say what you gonna finish. What you gonna say? So I can get your boy Jamar.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, my lawyer. Oh, Lord Jamar's he's my client. We about to rock out and do something real soon. I gotta call him after this. Matter of fact. Anyway, so him and Pooba. So anyway, my lawyer was with Kamala Harris yesterday. I could show you a picture. She was at the VP's house yesterday doing a Christmas party. All right. So when she sent me the picture at Kamala Harris's house yesterday, I said, hey, did you tell Kamala? You know, because, you know, Joe's trying to be cool with Kamala and, you know, trying to be, you know, in the mix with her. My lawyer recruited Kamala Harris to the Howard debate team in the 80s. My lawyer's known Kamala for almost 40 years. So, I mean, I asked my lawyer, like, yo, did you tell Kamala about what Joe did to Liza? Since Joe knows Kamala? My lawyer's like, I'll be telling her today. I'm shutting all that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I mean, I have no faith. I have no faith for a lot of these people. But I mean, it's a long time coming for him to be exposed, man. He said a lot of stuff for mad years. I still think he's a legend in the business and stuff like that. He's great with picking music and stuff like that. I'm not going to deny the musical side of him. I mean, obviously he found Pun and was able to extend his career. It's very hard for you to do this type of stuff. This is like a 1%. You know, type thing in the industry. So I congratulate him on that. Now, you know, his personality, you know, I definitely, you know, I mean, I still feel sore that he left the family in the homeless shelter, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and I feel bad for, I'm disgusted with anybody that's adjacent that knows that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm lost with words, bro.
All right. Yo, we got my boy. Now we got one more person we got to bring up before we end this. My wife's about ready.
Can I just double down on what he said real quick?
I got you, bro. I'm bringing you up. That's what I'm bringing up, bro.
I just want to say, you know, what he said, everything that he's saying about, and her name is Liza Rios. I interviewed her like 20 years ago when I was first starting in the hip hop industry, and it was right after Pun had died. And Chris Rios was there. He was young at the time. He was thinking about going into rap, stuff like that, and doing his thing. Now, and he's just as nice as Pun, in my opinion, right now. You know, I just remember, and at the same time, he was saying he gave her $1 million. This girl we had to pick her up. We had to give her a ride to the interview that we were doing.
Wow.
That's how everything that this man is saying is the absolute truth. He has never done anything for Liza Rios. All she had was a box full of Big Pun t-shirts, and she gave all of us one. Okay, that's all she had to her name. Did she tell
you about them robbing her house and taking all the Pun shit?
Yes.
They robbed her. Terror Squad niggas robbed their house too.
Bro,
how about that?
Bro,
they took all the Pun shit.
He's been silencing her, trying to silence her for so many years. It's over 20 years of going out of your way to make sure a woman discredited and that she's seen as just like an idiot or just a bum on the street. No, This woman just wanted her just due for what she put into her man, her husband, what she should get. That's what he was working for. He was working for family at the end of the day. So if he shouldn't be running off with all of that. But at the time, the energy was different. Terror Squad is popping off. Annie Up is crazy. Remy Ma's out here doing a thing. It's like you can't say nothing when these people are at their prime.
He had all the resources.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't really do much. You're a regular, and then they're the guys. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, family. This is a long time coming. This ain't nothing new. This ain't just out of the blue. Nobody's hating. This is what Joe has been doing systematically for a long, long time.
Can I add one more thing? Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
So, mind you, if you remember, Remy Ma was Pun's artist, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Sunshine. So back in like 2001, after Pun died, they ran down on Liza and offered her $75,000 and a percentage override to transfer Remy Ma and Tony Sunshine over to Fat Joe and Macho. All right, I got the contract. All right, they knew she needed the money. They jammed her up. They stole her money, didn't give her no money. Then they offered her a contract for $75,000 to take the artist from her. Mind you, she had Remy. She was talking to labels herself to try to get a deal for whatever Pun left. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, Remy gets a deal through Joe, right? And there was an obligation for a percentage override. So when Remy got her advance, she couldn't find Liza. She gave Joe $30,000 to give to Liza. Like, yo, here's part of my advance for Liza, the percentage override contractually. Joe kept that money, never gave it to Liza. Remy called Liza up like, "Hey, you get that money?"
Most definitely. Thank you.
Remy called her up like, "Yo, you get that money?" Liza was like, "I never got it. You might as well, you gave it to Joe. You might as well just thrown it in the sewer."
Yeah. All right, y'all. We got my boy. He popped up here. I'm gonna let him speak before I get off. Yo, we got 5/5. Y'all go check out his channel too. 5/5, man. Let's do.
I appreciate you, my brother. So I want to start off saying that I am Puerto Rican. All right. Fat Joe don't talk for all us Puerto Ricans, let alone all Latinos, because I can tell you there's a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans that don't even know who the fuck that guy is. So it's impossible for him to talk for all of us. All right, that's one. Two, when he first dropped, Latinos only gravitated to him because he was Latino. But the reason why we embraced him is like the other brother said, because of Pun. We fucked with Pun a lot harder than we fucked with Joe. And we understood that without Joe, there is no Pun. So we understood that was a package deal. So now, not all Latinos feel like he does. So don't take that to the heart. He can't speak for an entire nation. Nobody can speak for an entire nation. And now to go towards your title, because like I said, when I'm outside, I'm Puerto Rican. Now, one black person gives me no type of animosity. Because when George Floyd died, let him rest in peace, I recall everybody calling black men kings. We forgot about that. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. You get what I'm saying? But don't never let the words of one person deter you, especially when we don't know that guy. Because like he said, he signed the Rock Nation. None of his contemporaries are talking about it. None of the people, he made music with Mac 10, with Nas, with Cam. He made music with all these other artists. Why ain't nobody bringing him up? Like, somebody should have been like, yo, bro, what the fuck is you talking? Well, we all was coming up together. We was making music together.
But I got it. The next show tomorrow, we're gonna touch a topic of these artists that's not saying them. But today I'm gonna appreciate everybody. I'm saying for tomorrow, everybody that came on this platform. Yo, Jamal Milton, you always welcome to come up here, brother. Gongo, you my boy, you welcome, man. Yo, heck, y'all niggas hit my DM on Instagram so we can exchange information and we can politic like this more. You dig what I'm
saying? On that like button. Definitely.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Everybody subscribe to King NJ.
Yo, salute to y'all brothers. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, this is a movement, not a moment. This is the King of New Jersey. This is BTBTV, where we bully the bullies. And like I said, nigga, we ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTBTV that started his own game. Like, nigga, what?
And salute. I do want Biggie on my channel later, bro.
All right. I love that.
All right, salute.
Salute, everybody. Yo, peace.